Professional football players are not the only athletes who should be concerned about concussions. Former Bear Hunter Hillenmeyer left the team back in 2010 after a serious concussion, but now he has a mission. He's trying to help prevent similar injuries in young athletes. And Hunter joins us now this morning to talk about preventing concussions. And also with us is Dr. Josh Blomgren, who is a sports medicine physician at Midwest Orthopaedics at Rush, and we're glad both of you came in today. So Hunter, let's start with you now. First of all, you're doing fully recovered?
I'm doing great. No lingering symptoms, 100% fine.
So do you feel like no lingering symptoms because you stopped getting injured?
Yeah, part of it for me, I played from 2003 to 2010 in the NFL, where sort of the pendulum about even defining what a concussion is, how to treat it, all of those kind of things improved dramatically even during that time frame. But I think I was blessed to be on a team like the Bears, where the training staff was always a little bit ahead of the curve in how they handled concussions. And for me, it ultimately ended up being a susceptibility issue. It wasn't symptoms, it was that I got to the point where I couldn't really take a big hit to the head without getting a concussion. It was time for me to stop.
Good. So there was no longer an attitude, and especially now, especially this year with, oh, you're okay, go back out and play, right? And partially because there's a law now in Illinois.
There is a law that extends all the way down to youth sports, and it's important. The NFL only affects 1,800 guys. But when you talk about them as a thought leader for college sports, for high school sports, Illinois passed a law this year that basically forces parents to sign off on concussion awareness, that they know the risks they're subjecting their kids to. Make sure that a coach is accountable to pull a kid from play if they have a concussion, and then sort of sets the parameters about making sure that someone is definitely 100% able to go back before they're able.
Okay, and that's it, because a lot of kids and the coaches, like, you know, want them to come out and play. They want to be out there. So, Doctor, what are the symptoms? You know, recently, Paul Konerko of the White Sox, he got hit, was it somebody's elbow, and he was out an entire week, and he talked about those symptoms, that he was surprised, you know, at the kinds of symptoms that he had, and it made him feel depressed and that sort of thing. So what are the symptoms?
The symptoms are really wide and varied. Probably some of the most common are headache, dizziness. A person may feel depressed, anxious, and then they may have problems with concentration and memory.
That was interesting to me when I heard he said he felt depressed about it too. When that happens to a child, how can you tell? The child is listless? What?
Listless, or if they're not interested in activities that they would normally show great excitement for. And I think that the big thing is that it's not necessarily just those symptoms. You know, obviously there has to be a bump, a jolt, or a blow to the head or body that causes a rapid change in direction of the head, and then some associated changes in behavior, thinking, or physical functioning.
So why is it so important to give that amount of time until the brain is fully recovered?
Because if there's a second impact before the brain has had a chance to heal, it can cause significant worsening of symptoms, or it could cause a rare condition called second impact syndrome, which can be lethal or cause permanent impairment.
And that's something, Hunter, you were very concerned about too. So how can you tell? Is it sometimes one concussion, one major concussion, or two or three that causes this susceptibility?
There's just so many different forms of symptoms and everything else for concussion that you're never going to have a kid be able to memorize everything that can go wrong from a head injury. But to sort of hammer the most important message home is just err on the side of caution. If you don't feel right, tell somebody. Because you don't get extra points for being a hero, for being a tough guy. And that culture around concussions not being a real injury in sports has finally started to change. We're just trying to make sure people are aware of that, and make sure people know that concussions need to be taken seriously. Always pull yourself off the field if you think you've had one.
It's so important for young people and parents too to hear it from an athlete as opposed to a parent or maybe a doctor saying that, and that's part of the reason why you're doing these seminars too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we want to tell people about it. There are a number of sports injury prevention seminars with Hunter Hillenmeyer. They are coming up this fall. Now, you want to put it on your calendar right now. First one, September 18th, that will be at the Oak Park River Forest High School. Another one will be on September 26th at Naperville North High School. And then October 2nd, that one will be held at Hinsdale Central High School. Now, if you didn't get a chance to put down all of these dates, or if you'd like more information about concussion prevention, you should go to the links. Those are listed on our website at ABC7Chicago.com. Remember to click on See It on TV. That's the tab. All right, right now let's go back to Jose at the anchor desk. Jose?
Very interesting. Thank you.